Hey guys, it's Bitcoin Schmitcoin here with another update for Bitcoin Magazine's video analysis. We'll be taking a look at the monthly time frame today, working down to the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour time frame. The one thing I want to point out again on the monthly time frame is this swing high level at 7,700. As we look down at the weekly and daily levels, it'll become a little bit more relevant. On the weekly level, we can see that that $7,700 level is forming the top of this little support boundary range of prices noted by this green band here. And we can see that on the weekly time frame, we had a very strong aggressive test that, so far has been holding up pretty well. But we'll see where the week closes. We still have a few days left on it, and given this level, it's held up pretty well, given the strength of this drop. The drop that came into this support level was on very high volume, very high spread, and so far it's kind of just doing this little choppy thing. When we look at the daily time frame, we can see that this level's been tested 1, 2, 3, 4 times now. We're coming into this fourth test, and although we're not quite testing it just yet, we're kind of teasing this little grinding motion down into this level. And if we get down to it and we really see a strong push, it's quite possible we see a break of this. When we see our 4-hour time frame, we see that this price action over the last few days has just been this stair-stepping sort of thing, but the price just goes lower, pushes lower, retests the previous swing low. You can see here everything has just been like retest after retest, where it'll break a support, come back up, retest it, break a support, come back up and retest it. And it can't do that forever. It's going to break one way or the other. And right now we're coming in on our fourth test of this boundary here. This red band of prices is the level to really keep an eye out on. When we look at the daily time frame, we can see that there is a swing high here that was formed by the weekly band of prices right here. We see a swing high here that marked a very important level back in 2018, and it forms a nice band of resistance with our daily time frame here. We can see that the top of our little range and these swing lows really played a lot of interaction on this red band of prices, and right now it is serving as support on these lower time frames. When we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see it's just kind of lackluster, really. Like there's no bullish pressure to be seen. We have seen a couple of impulsive moves to the upside, but it gets easily swatted down with this slow drift of death down to the bottom of the range. And it's done it every single time. So we popped up here, grinded back down, popped up here, grinded back down. Saw an even stronger test that had us breaking this band of prices, and once again we grinded back down. So let's talk about some potential price targets if we do end up breaking this support here. The immediate downside target if we break support, and when I say break support, I mean we see maybe we see a daily close down in here. Maybe we even see something as brutal as a weekly close. That would be something that would have us focusing more downside than upside. And so when we look at our downside target, we'll look at the weekly time frame. So say, for example, we get a weekly close below this level, we're most likely going to be coming down and testing the 6,700. Anything in here is most likely fair game. There was a lot of attention during 2018 in this level, so we blew through it on the way up, and it's very possible that we come back down to retest it to see how it holds as support. If for whatever reason, we see the bulls pick up, potential upside to keep an eye out on is it's not as aggressive as the downside target. The upside that we want to keep an eye out on is, first, we want to see the bulls tackle this level. We want to see them close above the 8,200, and immediately after that, we want to see it close above this 8,380. This 8,380 was the top of our range over the past few weeks, and the move to the upside, there was a strong impulse to the upside. That's what really caused this downward motion. So when we see a move back up here, we don't want to see this get rejected again. We want to see it hold a support. Right now, we're kind of just in this feeling out period. We could break up, we could break down, but as long as we have a game plan for both directions, it can be very, very profitable. Again, so the downside target that we'll be most likely looking for is the 67.80, and the upside target, if we break, is first we want to close above the 8,200, then the 8,300, and above that, the immediate level to tackle is this 87.50. So we've got quite a large stack of levels to tackle here. And if we break support, well, there's a whole lot of space down here. That's the consequence of these strong moves to the upside, is they don't leave very many support levels on the retraces. So, it could get pretty brutal. So keep an eye out on this green band of prices. The $7,700 level is the level to hold, and if we break that, we're most likely going to be visiting the low 7,000s, upper 6,000s.